Washington, D.C. consistently ranked as one of the most crime-riddled cities in all of America. So how has the Trump administration tackled this during its first 100 days, and are they making a dent? Jason Mattera sat down with U.S. Attorney Ed Martin recently for an exclusive interview, and he's talking about these questions and more. Jason, pretty revealing sit-down you had here.
Hey, Bianca, good to be with you. So we know Washington, D.C. has been a violent cesspool for decades, and that's embarrassing. This is the nation's capital, after all. It should be one of the safest, most livable cities in America. Ed Martin, the U.S. attorney for the district, agrees and says that under his watch, the Justice Department isn't being used for a political payback, as the left alleges, but rather to restore public safety. Watch.
We put more of our focus on quality of life crimes. You know, again, my predecessor was using his office to get Trump. We've used our office to fight crime, and I think it's made a big difference already. We see numbers are plummeting. Crime is going down. Violent crime is going down, and it's because the focus has been on keeping the streets safe and making life better for the people who live here, and that's because of President Trump.
Martin's office says their Make D.C. Safe Again campaign is already delivering results, with the violent crime reportedly down 25% across the district. But Martin admits there's still a lot of work to do, especially when it comes to carjackings. That's why his team is partnering closely with D.C. Metro Police and taking a different approach, one that sidelines local progressive judges and hits criminals with tougher sentences. Take a listen.
We have worked to surge with them on areas where we know we can do better. Carjacking, we need to stop carjacking, decrease it down to nothing. We actually have gone and we've decided to take as many cases into federal district court that have to do with guns. And so we've targeted the gun cases and pushed them into district court. That's harder for the bad guys to get away with it. They get detained more, they get longer sentences, and that's had a deterring effect.
Bianca, in our interview, Martin also pointed to another growing concern, the sky-high rates of juvenile crime. He said the city council needs to toughen penalties for crime. Yeah, imagine that. Otherwise, the cycle of lawlessness will just keep spinning.
You know, carjacking. I remember covering when Texas Democrat Henry Cuellar was carjacked in Navy Yard, unharmed, but still you would think that sends a message. But, you know, it brings me to my question before I let you go. So D.C.'s political class, a lot of left-wing ideologues, as Ed Martin says, they just want to resist Trump instead of focusing on the problem, like cleaning up D.C. So does he have any plan to get these local politicians to play ball with the new administration on this front?
Yeah, it's a great question. So Martin stated that local governance for Washington, D.C. as a federal district is a privilege, right? It's not a right. So if the city council and the mayor continue to obstruct public safety, the Trump administration could work with Congress to revoke that privilege entirely.
All right, tough calls there. Jason Mattera, thank you so much. Great job there. Fascinating to hear from Ed Martin's plans here.